At Haveli Dharampura. I'm told it's 150 years old. We are in an area of Delhi which is known as Old Delhi, and one of the most popular sport out here, especially in the evenings, is kite flying. You can see him flying the kites there. I've had a crack at it. It's fun. It's immense pleasure that you get out of it. Simple things in life bring you most joy, and this is a perfect example of that. And also all around you, you have pigeons that people keep and train with whistles and sticks. Actually, they don't beat them, don't be scared, but they respond to cues and they fly around and they come back. And there is a kind of a competition that is run between the rooftops here in Old Delhi, and rules are pretty flexible and complex, very entertaining indeed. Now, if you look around Haveli Dharampura, you can see that it is a heritage building, which means it was very run down, and it took 6 years for them to renovate it to what it is today. I have Vidhyun here with me, who's going to tell us a lot more about Haveli Dharampura. Vidhyun, tell us more.
So Haveli Dharampura, like you said, is about 150 to 200 year old. It's one of the largest Haveli of Dharampura region, and it's called Dharampura because it's an amalgamation of religions all around. We have a Jain community here. In the neighborhood we have the Muslim community. In fact, this Haveli has an architectural influence of both Hindu, Muslim and imperial architecture, and that's the most beautiful part about this Haveli.
Yes.
It took us 6 years to restore it, and for the first 3 years we were not even making a boutique hotel now, as you see. But as destiny has it, that we opened this as a boutique hotel in 2016, and in 2017 Haveli Dharampura won Delhi's first and yet the only UNESCO award for cultural heritage restoration, because the scale of private restoration in Delhi has never happened before. And this is a model project into how entire Old Delhi can be restored, because not only Haveli Dharampura, the 4 lanes around it have also been restored, the wires have been put underground, the street lights have been put, the pathways have been done, the dustbins have been put. So this is the first step toward the restoring the entire Old Delhi.
This is fabulous, because the impression you get is that this itself is a destination, isn't it? There's so much history and there's so much architecture and beauty right here, and footsteps away from the monuments. Can you tell us a bit about the history of Old Delhi, if you can?
Yes, so Shah Jahan, the emperor, when he shifted the capitals from Agra to Old Delhi, he actually wanted traders from different parts of India to come and set their businesses here. And this is how the Old Delhi was set up. And this is how these Havelis came about, because these Havelis were meant for traders to set up even their businesses. So the front part of the Haveli is meant for commercial purposes, and the inner courtyard is meant for multi-generational families to stay together.
Okay.
A quick anecdote that the Old Delhi food is supposed to be very greasy and spicy. The reason is that when Shah Jahan had set up Old Delhi, his head chef said that, "Oh, you didn't ask me before setting up the city." And he said, "Okay, what happened?" He said, "No, the Yamuna's water may not affect, be more suitable for everybody." He said, "What should we do now? I've set up the fort and the city." So he said, "We should, make this food very spicy." But then he's like, the tummies are going to go for a toss. He said, "Then let's make it greasy." So that's how the food became spicy and greasy.
And greasy. That's a nice story. Interesting for food lovers. Yes, of course. And earlier on I was told that the back quarters were for women.
Yes.
And the front quarters was for men.
Yes.
Is there a reason behind
Yes, so as I was mentioning, the main central courtyard is called Janana. It's called Janana because that's the family used to say, multi-generation of families. The family used to celebrate all their festivals in the courtyard. 20 to 30 members of the same family, grandparents, cousins staying in the same family, no privacy and no fights to be kept for very long. And the front of the house were meant for commercial purposes, called Mardana. And hence, and where they used to have their shops and their offices.
Okay.
In fact, there are certain rooms, and in the washroom there is a small windows between the Mardana and Janana section, where probably they used to talk amongst each other.
Oh, I see. I saw that in my room actually. Very interesting.
Yes, that is there in one of your rooms too. You're right. Yes,
yes.
Because it's the intersection of the Mardana and Janana sections.
Yes. Oh, that is so interesting. Is there a secret room underneath? I read in one of the journals.
Actually not one. There are lots of secret places hidden in this Haveli. And the story goes, when we started restoring this Haveli, the last owner who were taking it up from for restoration said he needs 10 more days. And we said, why? And he said, just give me 10 more days. And then later on when we asked, he said he had a dream that there is something hidden here. And he actually found a treasure box, which we can see.
Yes, the treasury, isn't it?
Yes. And then also in a lot of rooms, there are hidden spaces inside the walls where probably they used to store their treasures.
Obviously, the wealthy traders would want to keep all
yes,
their wealth hidden from, you know.
And it's also true that there are hidden pathways in Old Delhi between different monuments because the wealth used to transfer there like that.
That's right.
But those are all myths. Nobody has ever been able to prove them.
Oh, yes. You don't want to go down into the netherworld, no. But just for our viewers, for our Australian viewers, I just want to reiterate that Haveli means mansion.
Yes, Haveli is like a mansion. A lot of people say they are like the Riyads of Marrakesh.
Yes.
And Havelis are not just in Old Delhi, they're all around India. In fact, I think me including a lot of people have still grown up in a house like this, open to sky.
Yes.
And with a central courtyard to play around and rooms around them.
Yes. Oh, so much information. There's much more. And if you want to feel like royalty, which I am feeling at the moment, I feel like an absolute princess at the moment. If you want to get the feel of Old Delhi, if you want to relive history, and if you want to get the real essence of this place, I would suggest a stay at Haveli Dharampura.
And if you want to have some good Old Delhi delicacies, which
Of
you will
course,
soon have.
of course, the food is always a winner here.
Yeah.
So there it is. Thank you, Vidhyun. Thank you so much for giving me so much information and our viewers as well. Hi, Vidhyun.
Hi.
Vidhyun has just told me that her name actually means light. Yes, so bright young lady is going to tell us a bit more about the other Haveli which is coming up. Literally a few footsteps from here, and I'll let you say more.
So the other Haveli is called the Golden Dharampura Haveli, inspired from its door, which is made out of brass. So when we restored the entire door, it was made out of brass, and now you can see that's the basic essence of the first design we have followed. Everything you reflect will have a reflection of brass, even the dustbins.
Yes.
And the second thing is there is a main front room there. In that front room, there are these beautiful flower tiles, which were original 150-year-old tiles, and that's how the architecture and the design of like two people's home can't be same.
That's right.
Similarly, Havelis, two Havelis can't be same.
That's right.
It's influenced by the personal design interest of people. So that Haveli is much more colorful, and this is much more in a heritage look. So taken an inspiration from the original tile design, we've made the rooms very chic. And the entire Haveli is very colorful and golden, and hence the Golden Haveli.
It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I think tiles even in the bathroom and the taps and everything, you know, the shower head, all of those things are very unique and must be antique, isn't it? There's a lot of antique furniture, I think.
There is.
Impressive, guys. Anything more you can tell me?
The two Havelis are just actually 5 buildings away from each other, and the other Haveli, the Golden Haveli, has even a better view of the entire Old Delhi. So you can start from the Jain temples on one side, and then the Jama Masjid, followed by the beautiful Red Fort, and then the Lal Mandir, followed by the Gauri Shankar Mandir, and the Gurudwara Ganj. So when you look around you, the entire India is somehow represented there.
Yes.
And followed by little kids playing, flying kites, and the pigeons flying in the sky. It's truly a nostalgic experience, and you will travel back in time.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think it's such a nice setup, and back then I'm sure, you know, this was where the hub was, and even now you can feel the crowds in this area, the narrow lanes. They are a testament to life way back then during the Mughals. I think we've sort of covered it all, haven't we?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. So thank you so much, Vidhyun, again.
Thank you so much.
It was really special that you could join me.
Thank you.
Yeah, all the best, all the best.
Thank you.